Whatever happened to predictability? The milkman, the paperboy, evening TV. You miss your old familiar friends, but waiting just around the bend. Everywhere you look, there's a heart, a hand to hold on to. Everywhere you look, there's a lust of somebody who needs you. When you're lost out there and you're all alone, life is waiting to carry you home. Everywhere you look, everywhere you look.
Welcome back to another episode of Mix and Match Radio, and today is a big one. Want to know why? Because we have, for the first time, every single member of Mix and Match at the exact same time. So we got Matt, Braden, Muhammad, and I'm back.
Let's go.
We allowed him back in.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. They said it was okay.
We changed the locks back.
Yeah, I was visiting my girlfriend. I was gone for a few weeks,
Simp.
and honestly, that might happen a couple of more times,
Simp.
but don't worry about it. Are you calling me a simp?
Simp.
Yeah. If that's what I'm simping for, then I guess I'm a simp.
Mix and match or nothing, Cole.
Mix and match or nothing?
He's also racist, but that's a long story.
Okay.
A big long
okay. This is like a real podcast. It's not like throwing around false things.
This man doesn't like
30
chocolate.
seconds. I don't like chocolate. That's like what that's what this came out of.
Said it
Like,
himself. We have him on tape saying
You
he
have me
doesn't
on
like
tape.
chocolate.
You have me on text.
You just said you don't like chocolate. That's
Well, I guess
that right
no,
there.
Well, fair enough. Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever. Anyways, so yeah, I don't like chocolate, so that's where that came from.
Do you like white? I bet you like white chocolate, don't you?
I can't win. there's no way I could go about this.
You've
This is
become
like,
the new Braden.
You leave for 2 weeks and everybody turns against you.
That's damn right.
Don't get me wrong. I'm gonna go after you the second I get a chance.
Let's fucking go.
I'm waiting
down.
for
I'm
this
ready.
shit.
I've been practicing. I've been practicing
you've
on
been
I've
practicing?
been
Are you
practicing on
fucking
poor
kidding
Matt
me?
over
What'd you
here.
do? Like-
You should have seen him getting fired up on eggs last episode.
That was pretty funny. I'm like honestly like so surprised you don't like eggs. That was so shocking to me. I've never met anybody that's just like openly like fuck eggs.
Oh, I know many people who don't like eggs.
It's my kind of people.
I really like that. I was one of my problems is that like he didn't give it a chance, but I don't give cereal a chance. So like my argument just got thrown
Yeah,
completely
that
out the fucking window.
side of the table has got some shit going on because no cereal,
Hypocrisy.
what do y'all eat for fucking breakfast? Or do y'all eat
I eat
breakfast?
eggs. He eats cereal.
Yeah, that's actually pretty fucking true. And some chocolate milk. That's what
You know what's
I don't
funny?
like
This
milk.
table's now laid out to where we have 2 white people on the inside and then 2 men of color on the outside.
Hey, let's go.
I don't know.
dude.
I just
double
thought
stuff
about that.
Oreo.
Yeah. Well, you've also got the 2 like
true.
partial Hispanics on this side.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
muy caliente.
Hola.
I don't know
Bienvenidos.
Spanish.
You too.
Dude, I have to take 4 semesters of Spanish, by the way, and I learned that last week, and I'm really not prepared for it.
Hey, that's
I mean, it's
Spanish
like, don't
is
get me
alright.
wrong, it'll be nice to learn another language.
I'm taking
but-
just
French
get a
next
job
semester.
in a kitchen.
Yeah, I suppose so.
You're taking French?
I'm taking French.
Oh,
Oui, oui.
that would be fun.
What do you intend on doing with it?
Learning.
Order some French fries.
Mademoiselle.
French.
Oui, oui, mademoiselle.
It would be
Ooh la
dope
la.
to study abroad in Paris. I would love that.
That is true. It'd be so
I would love
cool.
that.
Honestly, like most places in Europe, though, would be really cool just to.
I really want to go to
study.
Germany.
Germany's awesome. I've never been, but I've seen honestly probably several different like sets of like travel pictures from Germany. It's gorgeous. I would totally love to go. I think like London's like the most boring place you can choose to go in Europe as an American.
I've heard it's very dirty
I've heard that too.
because I have some cousins there, and they say it's not as glamorous as you would think
Yeah.
it would be.
Probably like Dallas. There's nothing glamorous about Dallas.
Hey, North Texas, I would say, is the best part of Texas.
You're just openly shitting on half of the Metroplex. Like,
Yeah.
I'm living there. All right,
I'm just talking about like
you take out one of us, you mess with all of us, man.
I mean, I'm not shitting on Dallas. I'm just saying like it's nothing like special. Might be a little dirty. I mean, I went to school every morning there. I know
Yeah,
like
I
if
guess
it's gonna be
that's fair.
dirty or not.
yeah, that's true. I mean, we went riding limes that one time, and we kept on finding a bunch of different homeless people.
Yeah,
so-
and that was also like what 1 a.m. or something like
I
that.
mean, to be fair, though, in terms of terrible ideas, that was up there.
it was definitely up there.
It wasn't a very good idea. We went and rode those like lime scooters or whatever around downtown Dallas, just like the 4 of us. Not these 4, but another 4 people. And we just kept running into like very suspect situations.
Yeah.
That it wasn't a very comfortable.
We were like,
event.
should we be going down this road?
Yeah.
Are we
Yeah,
allowed
like-
to be in the road?
Yeah.
It's like we had this guy tell
You
us.
started going down a highway. Just
Oh, okay, no, I
fucks
didn't
given.
start going down a highway.
That's exactly what you did. Describe what you did if it's not going down a highway.
It wasn't a highway.
What was it?
It's just a major road.
It was like a fucking 8-lane street. Like it was 4 lanes on each side of the road.
Braden,
that you
I
got
heard
onto.
you've been
That's
eating a
because-
lot of fruit lately.
You thought you were gonna bring that shit up? No, you don't get the. So yeah, go ahead and tell us about your fruit.
No, not now. What we really need to talk about is AMC and Universal.
Okay, so he's not wrong. Big deal today, but Matt, I want you to go forward with this. What happened with AMC and Universal?
Okay, so since I'm the movie guy, I'll deliver the news. So a couple of months back, AMC decided to not wanting to show Universal movies because a little fun movie called Trolls World Tour decided to go ahead and release their film on PVOD. That's his video on demand. And they made a boatload of fuck ton of money. Obviously, it's a kids movie. Kids just like to watch movies a bunch of times, so parents need something for the kids to do. So they made a shit ton of money. But that meant that risking the fact that Universal movies like Halloween, the new Halloween trilogy, the Jurassic Park movies, the Fast and Furious movies, they will not be shown in theaters. Well, today, it's been announced that they struck a weird, I think it's kind of a weird deal, but AMC and Universal are, AMC is going to allow Universal to play in theaters again. But the thing is, they're only allowed to play for like 3 weeks. And after that, they can go straight to video on demand, which is kind of weird. So like, if you just really want to wait 3 weeks to see a movie that came out 3 weeks ago, you can. I don't see no point in doing that. Just watch it on the big screen because everything's better on the big screen. But that's pretty interesting because this is the fact that like they're kind of like how can I say this? They're like adjusting to like the new
Normal.
to the new norm of just everything that's going on, and I think that's very. I think it's weird. I think it's really weird because it's not traditional. Because the traditional thing is you wait 90 days and then you can go on video on demand. But now 17 days. That's a huge.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
basically
that's
instant. I mean,
Yeah. It's a
big
honestly,
difference.
unless you're like
That's
really
crazy.
That's like
eager
less
to
than a
see
third,
it. Yeah.
right? That's like less than a third, right,
Yeah.
of days. But
Yeah.
yeah, I just thought that was pretty interesting to talk about.
No, and I mean, it definitely, in my opinion, that's going to kind of change the landscape of how movies work now
Oh,
just
yeah.
entirely. Because, I mean, one can assume that other studios and theater outlets will follow trend.
Yeah.
Unless they want to fall behind. So, I mean, I guess there's not really a negative to it because it doesn't necessarily take away the theater experience. It just gives you the ability to stream it from home a lot faster. I don't have a problem with it, I
Yeah.
guess. I prefer to see movies for the first time in theaters.
Me too.
Yeah.
But at
Yeah,
the same
especially.
time,
There's no other way.
yeah, and at the same time, though, if we're going to face this, like, say that coronavirus just doesn't go away for a long time, and, like, we're left with either watching it on VOD or watching it not at all. I would rather them start releasing movies on VOD to at least give us some sort of new cinema to watch, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I don't know how much money. I feel that actually having that as a new norm, maybe it would kind of pull in a significant amount of money, but not as much as they would hope for if it had a much longer theatrical release.
Yeah,
you know?
I might start investing in home theater companies because, like, if theaters just like start becoming just not a thing and everything's just going to be on demand as more, people are going to want home theaters to get that experience. And I mean, I was just thinking about that. I was like,
Also, it's not a terrible
yeah,
idea.
if I'm going to have to like watch all my
If
new
y'all have
movies
Robin
on
Hood,
demand,
make sure to invest in smaller home theater companies.
I don't want anybody to
This is your day
No, no, no.
trading service.
I do not want anybody to
Welcome
make any
fucking stocks.
investments based on a long shot that I just took. But I mean, we watch
if
things progress a little bit more with movie theaters before you make any like
No,
rash
you just want to
decisions
get the
on your
jump on it
investment.
first before anyone else does.
One person is going to follow your advice and become a billionaire.
Yeah, honestly, it was my hot take. I'm probably not going to. I'm probably not going to act on it, and then somebody out there might just want one lone mix and match listener, and
If anything,
Become
that might put us on the map because they got the idea from us.
hey, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
So half of whatever you get, random listener, is ours. Just keep
Yeah.
that in mind.
Capital gains tax.
Oh God.
Yeah. No, but I mean, like I said though, it is because I know y'all talked about this last week and I wasn't, or last week or the week before when I wasn't here, but it has been very disappointing to like see all these movies get trailers and then just never fucking release. Like,
New Mutants has probably had 7 trailers or something. It's ridiculous.
New Mutants is just a series of trailers.
That's
and
going to
that was-
release on home. I just know it.
I mean, that was bad before COVID, though. Like, COVID cannot be credited with the New Mutants.
Listeners, New Mutants is a X-Men or movie, a part of the X-Men universe that doesn't take place with the main cast of X-Men, Wolverine, Cyclops, the ones that maybe y'all are accustomed to. But it's a movie that's been wanting to come out since like 2018, right?
I think it was 2017.
20,
wasn't it?
wow.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
been
for about
3
3
years.
years, they've been trying to get it to release, but there have just been many delays, corporate issues, and then COVID-19. So now it's just not going to come out in the theaters. I'm pretty certain it won't.
It's kind of similar to how I feel about the Uncharted movie that they're trying to make with Tom Holland, that they've changed the lead character for Nathan Drake like 6 different times.
They have?
Yeah, they tried. Okay, so
I didn't know they were making an Uncharted movie.
Well, they've been
think they
trying
should.
to.
It's
The
been-
I
Uncharted.
don't think they should either.
Okay, so Uncharted is a series of video games on the the PlayStation.
A great
platform.
series of video
Very
games.
good series of video games, but they've been trying to make the movie since like 2011 or 12 or something like that.
It's been-
and they've
Oh,
had
wow.
to
Works for a
reset
while.
production like several different times.
How are they going to make How are they going to make money on this movie?
Well, I mean, it's
After all
it's a
that.
good story. So.
Video game movies just do not work.
Yeah, they don't do well. They just
I
don't
have
do
zero
well either.
faith.
This is different.
I have zero faith.
Remember that
They have
they
a-
made a World of Warcraft movie, right?
Yeah.
Was
they
that any
did.
good? It just didn't. It didn't.
They've
I
made,
I
like,
heard this.
several
I heard
video
the
games,
the
I mean.
effects were very good, but
Okay.
overall,
just
I don't think it was as great. I heard it was okay. Matt.
I think that I have hope for the Uncharted movie because they have a lot of great source material to back on. They have 4 fantastic video game stories. That's 4 fucking films they can do right there.
Yeah.
It's easy. And they can tweak it however they like, make it their own little story, but as long as they follow the beats of each game, I don't think no one would have a problem with that.
But my
Do you
thing
think
is, if
casting
you
is
have
going to
a
play a big role too? Do you think casting should play a big role too?
and
Like they have to have the right cast.
No,
to be
but
able to, like,
but
do
I'm
it
glad you brought
justice.
that up. People are wondering why did they cast Tom Holland for this? Because we admit
I'm one of them.
Tom Holland has a baby face, right? You know,
Yeah.
and I believe that an actor like Nathan Fillion looks more like Nathan Drake.
yeah.
But I think they see a franchise with this. Of course, they're going to cast young.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
They're going for the long
But
term.
I mean, Nolan North, he's the voice of the main
Yeah.
character, Nathan Drake, in the video games. He has such a great voice and such an iconic voice that you got to have a man to play Nathan Drake, in my opinion. And Tom
Yeah.
Holland is a great actor, and he is a great lead, and like you said, a great person to start a franchise with, but not someone to carry that type of character.
Saying
in
he's
my
a boy?
opinion. Yeah, he's a boy.
yeah,
I mean, he's still our age too.
I love
Yeah.
Tom Holland. I just don't want him to get overcasted in Hollywood and just start being in everything. Because
Yeah.
I don't know. Depending on how you feel about it, I like to see diversity in actors, at least somewhat, when it goes movie to movie, or at least different pairings and
makes sense.
whatnot. And I feel like Tom Holland, since he got picked up as Spider-Man, has been offered a lot. Because I know he was making the one movie with the Russo brothers about like a bank robbery. Cherry, yeah. He's making that movie. He was in another movie about like an end of the world post-apocalyptic situation.
The
That's
Impossible. That was just like a tsunami.
No, not the tsunami. I know which one you're talking about though.
Okay.
It's something.
So there was another apocalypse.
He was in a Moby Dick movie with Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
I never
Oh,
seen
I
it,
heard about that.
but
yeah.
I want to watch it now because I think that was before he was cast as
My
Spider-Man.
thing is, though, I personally don't think that if you have 4 outstanding video games with 20 plus hours of campaign, why do you need a movie?
Because not
I'm-
everybody wants to sit down and do the interactive.
I understand
And
that,
they
but I
want
just
money.
don't believe it. I don't believe in having to
Yeah.
taint something that's good.
Everybody wants money. There's some movie producers out there who are like, look at this very successful, very like really good video game. It's like, I bet we could make money off of that.
Well, they
And
do the
that's
same-
exactly what they're doing.
Yeah.
They don't care about like doing justice by the video game itself and just leaving it be.
They do the
They
same
want to make
thing
money
with,
off of it.
They do the
Yeah.
same thing with movies though too. I mean, you can have an amazing standalone film, but if it makes money, it's gonna get a sequel.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
there's-
They wanted a sequel for Joker, I believe.
They did.
I don't know why you would ever make a sequel for the Joker.
They shouldn't.
I mean, that's the one thing I really wish Hollywood would start committing to is just releasing standalone like independent films.
It's
And-
hard, man, because they want franchises that they can back on. And then they will do like a film or two that's different, and it's like, oh, that didn't work. Let's do Spider-Man 52.
Well, just they want reliability.
Everyone's trying to copy the MCU.
Yeah,
the
that too,
MCU set a standard and it worked, and so everyone has been trying to hop on that bandwagon.
I don't blame them.
Universal tried to do it with their MonsterVerse.
Yeah, they did, and they failed with the Mummy movie with Tom Cruise.
And
yeah.
so it's just everyone's trying to find what's going to be next.
I'm sorry, Muhammad.
No, you're good.
And Johnny Depp was planned to be the Invisible Man, I think. If not, I think it was either the Invisible Man or
they should have got John Cena for that.
The Wolf Man. But it's funny because they took a whole picture of like the cast of the Dark Universe, and like it never panned out. The only universe that's happening right now is the Monster Universe.
Yeah,
with
Godzilla,
with Godzilla and Kong.
Honestly, Godzilla versus Kong. I'm pretty excited for that movie.
I'm
not gonna lie to you.
This is probably the 4th time that we've mentioned Godzilla versus Kong on this podcast, and it's every single time that's been with me. I have to bring it up every time, I guess.
If this is gonna get me like shat on again on this on this podcast, I'm not a big fan of like those monster movies. I'm just not.
Okay.
Like, they're not my thing.
What draw like brings you away from them exactly?
The unrealism of
He
giant
doesn't
monsters
like Kaiju.
fighting on an aircraft carrier.
You'll watch the Avengers and don't get like disattached with that as well.
Yeah, but like,
well, what
it's just the giant monster part of it. I don't
That's
don't
what's
like
entertaining
animals.
to me because I grew up playing this one video game. Y'all may have played. It's called Rampage.
Yes,
It was
I never
where-
played it.
Okay, well, basically, it's
they made
a game.
they made a movie called Rampage after that, right? With Dwayne with The Rock.
Testament to video game movies not working
I know you
out.
love The Rock
I thought it was
too.
okay.
I do love The Rock.
I fucking hate The Rock.
Die.
I hate The Rock.
But Rampage was a video game where you're a slew of monsters and you're just destroying things. And so I love monster movies. I've
Yeah.
always been a fan of them. And so Godzilla versus Kong is something that I've been looking forward to for a very, very long time.
What did y'all think of the second Godzilla that they made with Millie Bobby Brown?
I thought that they delivered with all the monsters because the first Godzilla movie did not have enough of him.
Yeah.
But I didn't mind it. However, the plot was very convoluted in the second movie and it wasn't as amazing. But if you take aside the human aspect, it's a great monster movie.
Yeah. I mean,
And that's all. That's honestly all you should take from it.
Yeah.
Because that's all it is. Matt?
So, I'm a beat on the nail what you just said. The characters were fucking awful, but I did not. but I did not go to Godzilla King of the Monsters to watch humans.
Yeah.
I went to the movie to see Godzilla tank on monsters, and that's
Yeah.
what I got. I don't give a fuck about the humans. I don't give a fuck about Millie Bobby Brown. I don't give a fuck about her. I don't give a fuck about any of those people. I gave a fuck about Godzilla, Rodan, King Ghidorah, and Mothra. I gave a fuck about them. That's what I came to the movie for. So I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
I thought it was a bit step up. I liked that in the first movie it was like they were kind of hiding him for a while, so the anticipation was really building up. I did like that.
Oh, that was beautiful.
Yeah, but the second movie is like full throttle, and I think that Godzilla vs. Kong is going to be like full throttle plus steroids
And a turbo boost.
yes, like just a ton of that, and I'm really excited for it. I don't give a fuck about the humans. I don't give a fuck about the story of the plot. As long as you just
And the
give me
humans
Godzilla
are
vs.
only
Kong.
there just to give it a plot, you know.
Really?
To
Yeah,
allow
honestly.
people to understand that you want to get to some point A to B.
it's also like I feel like you have to have like a human point of view in a monster movie too for it to
Yeah.
be like to get any
Yeah.
type of like fear
Yeah.
or like
In hindsight,
yeah,
it's irrelevant, but it puts asses in the seats.
Well, I mean, it's what gets you like wrapped into it, like viewing it as it. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, but that's one thing. I mean, movies are probably about to change for a little bit. I mean, they already have started, but
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know if it'll be for the better or for the worse. We'll see as it goes on, I guess.
yeah. I guess time will tell.
Yeah, but Muhammad, I know you had some news that you wanted to talk about a little bit.
Yes, so I hate constantly bringing up death on this podcast, but 2020 is a year full of death. We lost a good one recently, the late, great Regis Philbin. He was a television personality, an iconic one, and he was very near and dear to my heart because I grew up watching Live with Regis and Kelly every morning with my mom. And so he is somewhat attached to my childhood, and just hearing that news, it honestly broke my heart. But he was 88, and y'all said it was from natural causes, correct?
Yes.
So at least he lived a good life, and, you know, things went on as they should have, and he left a great legacy and a great cameo in How I Met Your Mother.
I mean, I watched Regis and Kelly like probably everybody as a kid, but like my favorite thing that I've ever seen him was the How I Met Your Mother episode where he's just obsessed with finding the same burger as Marshall.
I just love his voice too.
It's probably like a top tier How I Met Your Mother episode for sure.
Oh, without a doubt. Yeah,
it's one of the best ones for sure.
It's a classic, and then they finally find the burger, and Regis bites it, and he's like, "It's not it."
Yeah,
and then he goes, "Wait, it is." I mean, it's very sad when like truly people that just push out only positive energy into the world, we lose them, and I mean, it's very sad, but it is good that he got to live a long life. I mean, 88 is a very long. It's not an age that a lot of people get to. So,
did y'all have or do y'all have a favorite television personality right now, as in TV host, talk show host, something like that?
That's good. If I had to go talk show host, I'd probably say Seth Meyers, only because I don't really watch much talk show television, and like if I get anything from talk shows, it's from like YouTube or Twitter or whatever.
Those little snippets.
Mm-hmm. And I just think that Seth Meyers is the funniest out of all of them. And actually, fun fact, I was watching That 70s Show like a few weeks ago, and I don't know if y'all know Randy from season 9 of That 70s Show.
I know him.
He's Seth Meyers' brother. That's like,
wow.
Yeah, it's like the weirdest little thing. And I like.
How did you realize that?
I was watching it, and like honestly, this is probably one of the craziest things I've ever done in terms of like recognition. But I was watching it, and he has like they both have a very distinct grin. Like the way that the smile is just very unique. And I saw it, and I was like, he really looks like Seth Meyers. And like I was with my girlfriend Emma at the time, and she didn't know who she was or who Seth Meyers was, so she looked him up, and she was like, "Wow, he really does look exactly like him." And then it turns out they're brothers. So. Basically, I'm a wizard.
Nice job. I'm not big on talk shows. Like I don't really watch like Jimmy Fallon, James Corden, any of them. I like I'll see like a little clip on YouTube every once in a while or Twitter. That's funny. Like they do a good job, and they're in those positions because they are. But like as a host of a show, comedians in cars getting coffee, I hold so near and dear to my heart. I'm a massive Jerry Seinfeld fan. He's probably like easily one of my favorite comedians, and what he does in Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee is just so like it's so real.
The one with Obama was really cool.
Yeah, the conversations, like the whole interaction with his guests, driving around, getting coffee, just eating, walking down the street. It's so genuine and real. Just watching them like talk and have fun, and like everybody's comedians for the most part. Obama, you could call him a comedian.
He's a funny guy.
He's a funny guy, yeah. But Jerry Seinfeld just does an incredible job, and Jimmy Fallon on that show actually says, you could be a talk show host. Like why don't like you make one phone call and you could be a talk show host. Like I couldn't do it. Just couldn't do it.
He's practically a billionaire. I don't know why he would give himself like a super
Jerry
stressful
Seinfeld.
job.
He is worth it's either $900 or $950 million.
Yeah.
That's how successful Seinfeld and Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee is.
Dang.
It's absolutely insane. And he owns the production company that produces Comedians in Cars Getting Coffee as well.
I've heard he has an insane car collection too.
He has an insane car collection, and I think over half of them are Porsches.
Wow. I wonder what
that's the crazy
is.
part.
Are you one of the or is any of y'all one of the people that call them Porsches? Is that like
not a chance?
Is that a thing?
If
I
you say
think that's
Porsche,
the correct way to say it.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I've heard.
I say
is that
Porsche.
Porsche is
It's
the
a
correct
Porsche.
way to say it.
It's a Porsche.
All right, well, I guess we're all on the same page.
Do you say Hyundai instead of Hyundai? No. It's a Porsche.
I'm not going to lie to you. When you said Hyundai, I had absolutely no fucking clue what you were talking about. I genuinely thought you were just speaking a foreign language, and I was trying to pick up on something. That was tough. But yeah, Matt, do you got a talk show host that you like?
I really don't. I
Are
don't
you
watch
getting
talk
bombed
shows.
right now? Y'all hear that shit?
Yeah, I hear that.
Called off.
Jesus. Now there's planes flying over right now. Air raid. Anyways, continue.
God.
This is how it ends.
We get all of us together for one fucking episode and we just get firebombed in the middle of it.
Oh, that would suck. Damn. I just got here.
North Korea finally comes.
As
We
far
just
as,
turns into Red Dawn.
I like that. As far as talk show hosts, I don't really have one. I don't watch talk shows. It's not my
So
shit.
that's understandable.
Yeah.
It's like I don't either, and the only host I can even think of is from a non-talk show. So
Yeah.
I get that.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I feel well. Then I probably watch talk shows more than y'all because when we used to have cable, I would watch Jimmy Fallon and Jimmy Kimmel all the time. My favorite, though, is Conan O'Brien. I think he's by far the greatest talk show host right now.
He's the one with the
He's the
red hair.
ginger.
I don't like him that much.
I've never gotten into Conan myself.
I think he's hilarious. I love his show. It seems a lot more organic. Jimmy Fallon just feels too plastic, if that makes sense. It feels very fake.
I get that, yeah.
I don't like Jimmy Fallon myself.
Jimmy
either.
Kimmel is better than Jimmy Fallon, in my opinion.
Oh, wow.
But Conan's number one.
I don't like Jimmy
I've
Fallon.
been listening to his
at all.
podcast, too. Conan has a podcast, and it's very entertaining.
I like Stephen Colbert. He's all right.
Oh, yeah, he's good,
Colbert's
too.
funny.
He has really good interviews. I think that's my favorite part. I love watching him interview people. I saw him interview Larry David, and it was like a 20-minute video. And also, I love Larry David because he co-wrote and produced Seinfeld with Jerry Seinfeld, and then he went on to create Curb Your Enthusiasm, which I'm also in love with. Just anything that came out of that show, I'm a fucking sucker for. So.
I mean, I get
just
it.
me.
You know, if you find something that you love and everything attached to it is also similar. You
And Larry David also being worth $950 million because of Curb Your Enthusiasm and Seinfeld. Like, both of those guys are just insane.
Everybody attached to that show is just filthy rich.
Yeah.
I mean, it's understandable. It's like one of the most like generational defining shows.
Well, it is
out there.
Yeah, generational defining and successful. Like, if you look up like the most successful TV shows in history, Seinfeld's like top 3 or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. I wonder what's beating them
I'm
out.
pretty sure the most tuned into finale of all time for like a TV show was Seinfeld.
Oh, wow.
Interesting. Yeah. That's kind of surprising. I honestly would have figured something like Friends would have been up
I was
there.
thinking
Yeah.
Friends.
You think so with like all the hype, but like Friends didn't get a whole lot of hype until streaming. Like when you started streaming on Netflix, that's when like a lot.
That was the same with The Office.
Yeah, same with The Office.
That's
exactly.
fair, yeah.
It's the same story.
Well, I mean, I guess, yeah, but with The Office, I guess it was different because it went on to streaming platforms as the show was running, so like
Yeah.
the finale was actually like tune-inable. Like you could actually watch the finale if you wanted to.
Yeah.
Are we allowed to talk about other podcasts on this podcast?
I believe so.
So y'all have been listening.
You
to,
signed a contract. You know what it said.
So
I'm just kidding.
okay,
Yes.
never mind. I can't talk about it then.
Go-
I don't remember the contract. My lawyer read that shit.
Proceed.
Matt sent us something about the Office podcast that Brian Baumgartner is.
I listened to
hosting
it
with, and he played Kevin in The Office, and I've been listening to it too. And episode 4 just came out. I love it. I really love that whole thing, and it goes through the whole history of like how they almost got canceled.
His
and-
normal voice is very soothing.
I love it, yeah. And
it is.
I've watched him. Like I've followed him a little bit in the past like 2 years or so, like on social media and stuff, because he's a golfer. So on a lot of different like golf videos and golf podcasts that I've watched, and like seeing him just play golf with golf YouTubers that I've watched as well. I love that. I love watching him play golf and just shoot the shit with people. It's really entertaining. What
Oh.
so you put me on this podcast. What do you think of it?
I really thoroughly enjoy it because it really shows that like how much of a failure it was in the beginning, and the fact that something so popular now was literally in an instant could have been like just canceled.
Yeah, I had no idea how difficult its history
Yeah.
was.
It was crazy. And the big quote, like especially in the 4th episode that just came out, was a billion things had to go right for the show to like work and be successful, and they all did. Everywhere from Steve Carell like having the 40-year-old version come out,
Yeah.
him winning a freaking Golden Globe for The Office, for his role in The Office, just the 40-year version being as successful as it was. Like
Yeah.
they mentioned, like if it was just a little bit less successful, it probably wouldn't have worked out either.
Wow.
Or if the
40-Year-old
movie-
Virgin's a pretty funny movie.
Or
man.
if
really
it was
is.
It's a
ever
great
even
movie.
made, you know. So
The Kevin Hart, Dave Chappelle little skit that they're doing in the store where they're going, is it Dave Chappelle that it is?
I
don't know if it's Dave
In the
Chappelle. but
Dave
I know-
Original
Chappelle's
version?
and 40-year-old virgin.
Okay, so yeah, it's Kevin Hart and Dave Chappelle going
Oh wait,
back
no,
and
it's not
forth.
Dave
I don't remember
Chappelle.
that.
It's
I was
not
about
Dave
to-
Chappelle.
okay.
It's someone else. He looks like Dave Chappelle.
Well,
Though. I
then
know
it's-
who you're talking
Well,
about.
then it's Kevin Hart and somebody that looks like Dave Chappelle going back and forth in a store talking shit.
I don't
It's
remember
a-
that part.
It's a funny. I mean, it's been a while since I've seen it. So I
Well, I just love like Seth Rogen helped write that movie. I'm pretty sure, and
wouldn't surprise. I think Seth Rogen writes a fair or
he
partially
writes
a fair amount of the movies
he writes
he's in.
so many good
Yeah.
comedies.
The thing that
It's
blows
awesome.
my mind with Seth Rogen is how young he is, but he looks so damn old.
How old is he?
I think he's only in his mid-30s.
That's actually kind of crazy. I would have expected like lower 40s.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, he moved to L.A. when he was like 18 and started writing.
And I think that's when he got on like Freaks and Geeks.
Yeah, he got on Freaks and Geeks, and then he had already written the Superbad script with his best friend. Forgot his name. I'm sure one of y'all know his name. Maybe not.
I don't.
Jonah Hill? Was that like
No.
who-
His,
No,
his
it's someone
fellow
else,
fellow
yeah.
writer who
Okay,
wrote
I don't know
Superbad
who
with
you're
him.
going
That
after there,
they've
yeah.
known since high school. And they wrote that when they were like 16 and like continued to write it until like they were 18, 19. And then they finally got it picked up after like Freaks and Geeks. And I think Pineapple Express, the success from Pineapple Express is what allowed them to be able to make Superbad. I'm pretty sure that's how that worked out.
I think Pineapple Express came after.
Did it? No,
I think so.
There was one movie that he was that was successful that allowed them to do Superbad.
It's funny because he wrote his character in Superbad as I want to say
It was as Jonah Hill, I think.
Jonah Hill, yeah.
Yeah.
And then by the time the movie was actually being produced, he was too old to play it, so he had to play the
That's
cop.
exactly what it was.
He's so fucking funny in that movie. Oh my god.
And then I feel bad for like his best friend who writes with him because he doesn't act. He doesn't like acting. He's just not an actor, so he doesn't play in any of the movies. But Seth Rogen does, and that's why Seth Rogen's like the better known guy.
Seth Rogen,
the other guy doesn't get enough like credit. I feel like because Seth Rogen just kind of like takes everything.
I wouldn't mind that. I think that if I was at least putting some contribution towards it and there was fame attached to whatever product I created, as long as it's out there, I'm cool with that. I don't care if I have like that fame.
There's also something cool about being like a silent contributor or whatever, like knowing that you're like you in some way are responsible.
As long as you're compensated in some way besides the fame,
well,
like as long as you're
Well, I'm not saying you're
voice
just
acting
working
is
for
so cool.
free.
I get like. Yeah. You could be ripped off of something and like you technically were like a big part of that and contributed to that, but you don't get any credit or money or anything for it. As long as like you're getting paid and just nobody knows you, like that's something nice.
Yeah, and I mean there are people that will like go into that, like because you get super fans of movies that will like make sure they know everything up and down about every ounce of it.
Yeah.
Like I'm sure you know everything about Cloverfield. Like
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, jeez. But, no, Seth Rogen's hilarious, but he's also made some very insane shit. I don't know if y'all saw Sausage Party.
I actually never watched Sausage
It is the
Party.
most
I watched it in theaters when I
bizarre-
was 17.
Didn't you watch it with your like parents or no?
Me?
I know somebody who watched it
I
with
would
their
hope
parents,
no.
And
Hell
then
no.
that
Never do that.
single statement telling me that they watched it with their parents made me so uncomfortable.
No, my mom would have slapped me.
Yeah.
Or my mom would have walked my ass out of the theater, probably.
It was bad enough me watching Deadpool with my parents.
Wow.
And I can't imagine what it would be like watching fucking Sausage
I mean,
Party.
the ending of Sausage Party is like the most...
It's a food orgy.
It's the craziest thing ever. I saw that in theaters, and I was just... It was a very what the fuck is happening right
When
now.
I was 17 or 16 back then, and I thought it was the funniest shit. And then I rewatched it a couple years later, and I was like, I was such a child. But the fact that Seth Rogen wrote that, it's absurd.
It's just, sometimes I get like... I look at movies, and I'm like, what would... Like... I think actually Seth Rogen said that he was on shrooms when he wrote Sausage Party.
I would 100% believe that.
Yeah,
he probably
'cause
imagined himself as a sausage in this kind of world as a grocery store, and that's how
The
he got
concept's
the idea.
honestly pretty funny. That like the hot dogs are waiting their entire lives to meet the buns.
Yeah.
It's a pretty funny concept. I don't know. Like
It sounds like just like a comedy skit.
Yeah,
and it sounds like a comedian would like think of that and turn it into like a maybe 30 second to a minute comedy skit, and Seth Rogen turned it into a whole fucking movie.
It just sounds like a thought I would have if I did acid.
you're like, yeah, you're tripping and walking through the grocery store, and you're like,
You see the hot
"Where's
dog,
my tablet?"
You see the hot dog float above, and it's just going gently into the bun. And you're just like, this is a feature film idea.
So I've been eating a lot of fruit lately.
So now's the time.
Yeah, now's the time. Fruit is so damn good, it's not even funny. There's so many varieties. I came home the other day. I don't even know what from. Oh no, it was Sunday. I came home Sunday. I was working a double, and I had like an hour and a half break between my two shifts. And I came home, and like there's all this new fruit in the kitchen that wasn't there before. We had plums, nectarines, oranges, apples. There was some watermelon, and I just went to fucking town. Cut up a plum, cut up a nectarine, cut up an orange, grabbed some watermelon, grabbed some grapes, and just ate a bunch of fruit. And I've never felt so good in my life. The natural energy I got from eating all that fruit was like a high I could never get from coffee.
This sounds like an ad
fuck
for
coffee.
like healthy school food lunches.
And
Like,
call
Yeah,
me
you
Michelle
sound like
Obama.
a spokesperson who's trying to get fruit in a vending machine.
Oh, back to the office. Poor Kevin. But I mean, like, fruit's the shit.
no, you're not wrong.
I'm just
Honestly,
saying, fruit is the shit.
Like, pineapple for me, if you give me pineapple and you don't take it away from me, I will just eat all of it. Like, if you can give me any size of pineapple, and I will just keep fucking going. Like,
Literally, the best nectarine I've ever had in my life on Sunday. Best nectarine I've ever had in my life. I could have eaten that shit all day. I could eat that shit for breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day of my life.
Well, you have a lot of variety in your meals.
I don't care. That's how good that fucking nectarine was. It was amazing.
Man, some of the quotes you have on this podcast, they're just interesting.
If you put watermelon and grapes in front of me, I'm a bottomless pit.
Yeah.
I love watermelon and grapes.
Watermelon, especially in the summer, man. Like in the summer, watermelon when it's hot as hell outside.
You love grapes too, Matt, right?
Yeah, I love grapes. I eat grapes every day.
Green or purple?
It used to be purple, but my girlfriend started feeding me green, so now I just eat green.
Feeding you?
Yeah.
Does she just plop it over you?
She holds a little vine over you.
Buying
It's
the
like
bag.
a tropical environment too.
She's
Does
fanning
she fan you?
With
Yeah.
a giant leaf.
She started handing me green grapes, so I started eating green grapes.
Just imagine a fountain in the background of your apartment too.
No.
He's just chilling in
He's living in a
paradise, getting
resort.
fed
An
grapes.
oasis.
He's just an entire fucking savannah just in his house, like a little like watering hole.
Green grapes are good. I haven't had them as much as purple ones.
I don't like green grapes very much.
I don't mind them.
They're all right.
I'm
but
team purple.
I'm
Definitely
team
purple on
for
grapes,
sure.
for sure.
Yep.
They
Without a
taste the
doubt.
same to me.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I wouldn't say there's that big of a difference.
I haven't.
I like the
like,
color more.
both of them at the same time. So.
I think I'm on that train too.
Because the color does it for
I
you.
honestly just don't eat green grapes because we don't buy them in my house. All we buy are red and purple grapes. But I mean, it's more appealing.
It's the same thing with apples. I like red apples more than green, just
Same
because I
here.
like looking at. Just I like looking at them.
Well, like you think of bananas, right? You're just like, you're not going to eat a green banana. Why would I eat a green apple or
I
a
feel
green
like that's
grape?
completely different.
No, it's
Well,
not.
a green
That's like
banana
ripeness.
tastes completely different.
Yeah, that's ripeness.
I
That's
know.
like
So like
not the
exactly,
same thing.
exactly. So you have the thought in your brain that the green would taste a lot different.
Oh, so you're saying it's like
Okay.
associated.
Yeah. It's
Okay,
associated.
I understand
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not. Okay, we're on the same page
I thought
now.
you were just trying to like compare that apples to apples.
No.
Fruit.
It's like apples to oranges.
I don't know where you're
Wait,
going
have
with
you know Pillow Talking by Lil Dicky? Do you know every word
Yeah.
of that song?
I
I know
know-
every word of
It's
that
like
song.
apples to oranges. Wait, or it's like,
like-
I know the
she's like-
line. Or it's not,
Oh, she's like they can't be compared. She's like saying they can't be compared. It's like apples to oranges.
yeah.
Like, why can't you compare apples and oranges?
Yeah.
Of course you can compare apples and oranges.
That's a good song.
I
Honestly,
love
that's
that
a fairly
song.
good point too.
Sorry, that
Why can we
was
not-
a horrible like implement of the joke. All I said was apples to oranges with no context, and not even like
Not
tone,
even in,
not
like, in
even
a
tone.
voice, yeah,
not
just
even
like-
in a voice or like a weird tone. That was like the worst performance of my life.
It's okay. We all rebound someday.
Thank you.
No, I mean, you're not wrong about fruit though. And honestly, I've been trying to find like a healthier alternative to snacking because I snack probably too much for my own good, but I feel like a piece of shit after anything I eat if it's like terrible. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like it feels really good in the moment, and then afterwards I'm like, I hate myself.
Dude, especially so the fact that I work at an Italian restaurant and I get a free meal every night, I eat pasta like 5 or 6 times a week.
I would take
for dinner.
so much advantage of that.
I do because it's free. It's free food, so I'll be eating so much pasta, so much pizza, strombolis, which is like a veggie and meat pocket, and it is. Sorry, Cole just waved at somebody or something. And
I was told to tell the viewers I said hello, so I did.
that was.
Just continue.
I don't even know where I was. You threw me off so bad.
Train
right
your goldfish ass memory.
This
to
is such
learn a
great
little bit.
radio.
there. Oh my god.
I waved at the camera, and then Braden's brain turned off. So
Well, I looked over
What was
too.
I
I thought your
talking
dad
about?
was standing in the doorway.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. I figured somebody was like over there, but you were waving at the camera apparently.
I'm not allowed to interact with the camera, guys. I'm
You're
sorry.
not allowed to interact with your phone.
Whatever. You're on your phone more than like anybody I know.
I'm talking about on the podcast.
Get off your goddamn phone, mister.
Thank
right.
you, Mohammed.
Somebody transition to another topic.
No, I still want to talk about fruit. God damn it!
This is too much to talk about.
No,
fruit.
okay. It was about my eating habit. So I'm eating so much pasta, and I just feel like shit.
Fucking pinball right now.
And like it's so heavy. It's so you feel gross. You get like pasta sweats. You ever gotten pasta sweats?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, not pasta sweats. My friends and I, we call it pho sweats when we eat pho because
Okay.
it's such a challenge eating. It's a workout eating that meal, but it's great ass meal. But one of my friends, he gets pho sweats quite often.
Nice. So like eating healthy has opened my eyes to like how good it feels. Because I feel like shit when I eat pasta. I feel good when I eat salads and fruit. That's just life. I don't know what it is.
I feel good, but I don't feel satisfied eating healthy. If that sounds probably so dumb, but
You said you don't feel satisfied eating healthy?
I mean, no, because it doesn't taste as good.
I think it does taste good. Like I love the taste of like a well-made salad, and I love the taste
Sometimes
of fruit.
salads hit for me, but not always. I eat a salad and I'm just like, damn, I should have gotten a burger.
Like today, I had a chicken Caesar salad. Shit was very good.
I've never eaten a salad in my entire life. Like a full salad, not once.
Have you really not?
I've never finished an entire salad, no.
You are a child.
Yeah, no, I don't disagree at all. I'm a fucking kid, but I own up to it.
Okay.
I own up to it.
Okay.
I don't like salads. I understand that I'm on track to die at 50, you know?
Even Chipotle, you haven't gotten like a salad at Chipotle. You're
Well,
only
I've got-
burritos.
I like just exclusively a salad? Or
Like you
You mean
like,
a bowl?
Like a bowl
Like
of like lettuce and like other
Yeah.
healthy shit? I've gotten that, yeah, but it's not like I wouldn't call it a salad. Just call it like a burrito.
I guess
bowl.
I don't go to Chipotle enough. Like in my head, I was thinking they've got tacos, burritos, bowls, and salads.
That's exactly what they have.
So they do have salads.
Yeah, but I don't know anyone who goes to Chipotle for a salad.
Oh, okay. I thought people did that. I'm sorry.
There probably
I'm so
are.
out of the Chipotle loop. I'm so. Or maybe maybe I just have a different group of friends that eat Chipotle salads, and y'all. Are
I don't think there's that large of a
train.
demographic of people that eat Chipotle salads, but you know, we can move on from whatever the fuck this
I'm looking up
topic
the
is.
statistics after this episode. I'm getting kind
I
of
don't think
obsessed
there are
with
any
that.
statistics that
So
you can find.
let me just
I
explain what
beg
some
to
of the
differ.
Let me
You
just
can find statistics on anything.
And ladies and gentlemen, this is how it will function if there are 4 motherfuckers on this podcast.
That's what I was about to say. The dynamic is changing a little bit because everybody wants to talk, and I mean, I feel bad for Matt. Matt's just sitting over there, so dead in the eyes.
I'm sorry.
like-
I've had so much to like coming to mind lately, and I've been saying too much.
It's Cole, man. He ruined our vibe. We had something going.
No, it's not
We had
Cole.
something
Had something,
beautiful.
man.
We had
It's
something
not
beautiful
Cole.
coming along.
You know what? Get out of our house.
Oh no, don't do this.
I can leave if you want. I'm gonna have to go under the table because there's just no other exit here. But that
I
can't be done.
kid. We're glad to have you back.
Thank you.
But
Just stand behind the curtain for the rest of the episode.
I'm good.
we were all aware how difficult it would be to have 4 people at once.
I honestly have had a lot of fun so far.
No, I have a lot of fun, but
So
it's
have
just,
I, but considering I've talked a lot.
Yeah.
Matt, what time are you having right now?
I wanted to say this. I texted Muhammad like a couple days ago, and I told him Braden's going to talk so much no matter who's on the thing, and I was completely right. I wish I would have bet money on that. But he speaks freely what he wants to say, man. So there's nothing really wrong with that.
Thank you.
I know this is a podcast, but I kind of like listening still.
I used to be like
See
that
that?
starting
Okay,
out.
that was me starting out, and
Yeah.
now I'm just letting loose.
I think he's taking over the reign. I don't really care.
There was one podcast that Braden and I both dozed off.
I'm sitting
Okay.
here
Really?
carrying the
Yeah.
It was the funniest
I'm
thing
talking
ever.
for like 45 minutes.
It was like
straight,
a
Braden's
third.
dozing
It was
off.
like a third or fourth.
I think
episode.
he was talking about artificial intelligence.
It was. I can tell you the exact episode. It was Pablo Escobar and artificial intelligence, and I'm sitting there, and I'm actually like fairly interested in these topics. So I'm like honestly having a conversation with myself, and I look over to Braden, his eyes are fucking closed, like he's just sleeping.
Mind you, it's midnight when we're recording this, and so Braden and I are both exhausted.
It was
'cause
midnight,
we were
and I was
both
up since 4:30 a.m.
Yeah.
I didn't get a nap that day. I woke up at 4:30, went to school for 6 hours, got home around like 2, went to work at 4, got off of work, and then we recorded the podcast at midnight. I was dead.
It was a struggle. It was. And it's like historically one of our worst episodes.
I've never been more
Yeah.
thankful for our recording habits now.
I mean, our recording habits now are really just you're gonna be here.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know, but yeah, the dynamic moves forward, but I just can't believe that was actually like a podcast. I mean, because like I had faith for a little bit because I saw you falling asleep, but Muhammad was still there for a little bit, and then I saw Muhammad dozing off too, and I'm like, I don't even know what to do now.
Yeah.
Like I have nowhere to go. And I'm
Thank God we weren't on camera back then.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. Matt,
No, it was
so
so
do you remember listening to that episode?
I did.
What are your thoughts as a listener on that episode?
Man,
Did
I
you like
was-
notice it?
No, not really. I actually no, I didn't.
that means I did a damn good job.
Good
I
shit,
guess
Cole.
you did because I didn't even realize you guys fell asleep. I would have probably just stopped that shit right there. I would have gave up. I'm sorry.
It was. I mean, I don't know, adapt and overcome or whatever.
It was a rough session.
Yeah, I mean, but also at the very beginning, moving through all of this, like, we're feeling it out a little bit too. It's also 1 billion degrees in here, and like, I think that a little bit we've kind of adapted to being so damn hot in this like garage over time. But at first, it's like a microwave.
Yeah.
You're just dying. And
There was one time I took off my shirt while we were recording because I was just profusely
I
sweating.
remember that. Yeah.
I would be shirtless right now if we weren't on camera.
Do it.
And
The viewers want it.
the viewers want it.
Yeah.
I'm spoken for. I don't care. I don't care about the viewers.
You cared about them 10 minutes ago.
Simp.
Calling me a simp.
Leave him alone.
Officially tagged.
Okay, I have to admit.
Braden's the only single person at this table.
That's what I was going to say.
We don't want to get.
It's time for me to leave. I'm gone.
Come on, man.
Oh man.
I was wondering if he noticed that or not.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
man.
just clicked in my head.
Man.
You're left out in the dust. Speak for yourself, Braden.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I can't.
Viewers,
say
let's
anything
get Braden
about
a
that
girl.
anymore. Please.
We're starting a petition, actually. Change.org.
Change.org to get me a fucking
Get
girlfriend.
Braden a girlfriend.
For the sake of mix and matches survival. Braden needs a girlfriend.
Sounds like it, man. For the sake of your survival on Mix and Match. You
Yes,
need a
that's
girl.
that. Wow. The epiphany that like the difference in that, it's like Mix and Match is just gonna go on if I'm gone. Mix and Match is just gonna keep going like they are. They're gonna do great. They're gonna do big things, and I'm just not gonna be a part of it anymore.
It's all because you didn't have.
All because I couldn't get a fucking girlfriend. God damn it.
What a tragic turn. Yeah, man. I know you said that you were gonna come back and you were gonna like really like come and try to shit on me. I'm glad you're back in your place.
I don't like this.
Fuck.
God.
Oh damn.
It's not even anything like I can do it. I can't do anything about this. It's like I could try eating cereal. I could try eating other types of candies.
Oh fuck.
I can't do anything about like getting a girlfriend.
You could try.
I mean, I could try. I don't know how well it's gonna work
You're
out.
a Tinder
Not in this environment.
I have a Tinder.
or Bumble. Bumble, they have to message you first.
Yeah, I've gotten plenty of matches on Bumble. Probably less than half have messaged me.
Damn. Why'd you put that out in the universe like that?
I-
Why'd you tell everybody that?
I am in such a moment of fucking realism right now.
Okay.
Like everything's out. Everything is out.
Braden is.
And Cole could not be happier at my expense. Look at this fucking guy.
I don't know what I was supposed to do. I mean, like, this whole thing has devolved so quickly. I feel like this is just a therapy session at this point. Like,
Braden, tell me when you started having the nightmares.
Bro, they've been going on for years.
Wow.
this is taking the darkest fucking turn so fast.
I would not be surprised if I wake up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat and just a puddle of cold sweat because I had a nightmare about being lonely forever and getting kicked off Mix and Match, and at least I'll have fruit.
At least you'll have that nectarine.
At least I'll have that nectarine, baby.
You'll always have that nectarine to look back
You walk
on.
into his room, he's cuddling a bag.
It's like, you know how people have body pillows? He just has body bags of fruit. He wraps himself up in fucking nectarines throughout the night.
Oh my god.
God. You really are a chef. You're just destined to be with food for your entire life.
Damn right. I'd be okay with that. Like that. If I was single for the rest of my life, at least I have food. Like at least I have food as like something to like focus on.
I feel like people
Yeah,
that-
it's comforting. It's like one of the like more comforting hobbies I could think of. And that's just me
Strategically,
personally.
The people who like fill voids with food probably don't end up in the best of situations.
Yeah, like. Sorry, I just burped a little bit, and my voice cracked. I'm a fucking mess. I'm sorry.
He was so right. Like, last week, I'm watching the episode, and he's like, when Cole gets back, I'm just going to get back to getting shit up.
yeah. And here we are. I'm glad I got out some grievances of my own for once. Last episode on Matt, that was fun, like turning the tides for once. But we're back. I've got
Shit was so stupid.
Shit on him, please.
no.
I'm not going to. I literally was like, I'm gonna let him have this because he literally is shit on. I don't give a fuck about some damn eggs. I was like, man, he's really letting loose on some
Oh
eggs.
my god.
I mean, it still is pretty bizarre. But I mean,
Hey, man. Shit. Fuck eggs.
You know, we all have bad takes. We all have bad takes.
yeah.
And I just have the worst, apparently.
Muhammad, do you have a bad take? Do you have like a really bad take?
What's your
Yeah,
most
have we ever shat on
What's your
Muhammad?
most divisive
No, whoa,
opinion?
hold on.
All right, you can't just put me on the spot.
I'm sorry.
I can't think of things I don't like.
I was really about to say I'm sorry to put you on the spot, but
I'm not.
do you have any type of bad take? Like, was there any type of opinion that you had that was like, damn, this is really a very unpopular opinion?
I can't think of any right now. I'd have to have some time.
Okay, Cole, what about you? Do you have any type of bad take?
Immediately, like, terrible take. Okay, so I just don't like sauces, like any condiment. Like,
Okay.
I eat food dry as hell, and
I
that's like
hate
the
you.
Yeah,
weirdest
that's
thing.
that's a bad take.
I'll season
One of my
it.
cousins is exactly.
Do you have
like
a problem
that.
with vinegar? Because most sauces are made
not,
with like
not
vinegars.
particularly. No, mine is really with like when I'm talking about condiments. I'm talking about like ketchup, mustard, mayo,
Oh,
barbecue sauce?
Vinegar.
What?
You like barbecue sauce?
If it's on like actual like grilled
You like
food or
ranch?
something, no, I don't like ranch. No,
Dang.
I don't like ketchup.
I don't mind ranch if it's on pizza, but I don't eat it either, so I can't.
Is
like,
there
say
any
I
type
don't
of
mind.
bad take
Oh,
that's
you
not
ruined pizza
about
with
food?
ranch.
You never heard of like pizza dipped in ranch?
I've heard
about
of it, but
food.
it's gross.
It's like or like what's that ketchup and macaroni? Does anybody do that?
Patrick
I
Mahomes.
tried that before.
Was
Oh
it
no,
good?
no.
I've
I'm
tried
sorry.
it before, like on accident.
How the
And
fuck
it's
do you
just
accidentally try it?
Okay, you're eating like some chicken fingers
It's
or
on
something
the
like
side,
that.
right? And then
Yeah,
it
yeah. You got the
leans
ketchup
over.
on the side.
Yeah.
You got the mac and cheese next to it. The mac and cheese touches the ketchup. You eat it. It's gross. It's fucking.
But I've done that with barbecue sauce, with macaroni and cheese and barbecue sauce. That's pretty good.
Oh, let's say that because
That kind of does sound.
It's pretty
cheese and
good.
barbecue sauce, though. I can see that being
I
kind
just
of like
mix it in.
complimentary.
That's pretty good.
I honestly, I wouldn't be totally opposed to trying that. So
Well, like
Yeah.
mac and cheese is an elite side when you're eating barbecue. It's
Yeah,
up
it
there.
is.
I would
It's
argue
up
that mac
there.
and cheese is an elite side with like
Anything.
most dishes.
Not
Yeah.
with burgers.
I could eat mac and cheese with. I've had macaroni
Yeah.
and cheese on a burger.
I think
Okay.
mac
That
and
shit
cheese,
hits.
mac and cheese and beef don't mix well.
No. Or
Yeah,
not
I
with a
guess
glizzy.
so.
Yeah.
I mean, like
nasty.
I've had mac
It's
and
gotta be
cheese
chicken.
on a burger before, and I'm telling like as just instead of like.
Was it grilled mac and cheese?
I honestly don't remember.
Grilled
I didn't like
mac-
prepare it.
what is grilled
I
mac
was
and cheese?
served mac and cheese on a burger. That's all I can tell you.
Did you say grilled mac and cheese?
You mean like fried?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh.
I was so confused.
Yes, fried.
This is just not a nice podcast today.
It's not.
You can't say a fucking word.
Fried like mashed potatoes.
Yes.
Okay, so what y'all are going to see now is within the coming weeks, Mix and Match is going to dissolve.
God damn it!
Yeah, here's to another 5 months of nothing.
We came back for a few weeks to get your hopes up just so we could leave again. Surprise.
Yeah, I can't think of any bad takes on the spot, but if y'all ask me questions later throughout the week and you find something that you don't like, you guys can shit on me next week.
Yeah,
Leave it,
okay.
least favorite
encourage
fast
it.
food place, go.
Huh?
Least favorite fast food place.
Oh, this is good. Think about your answers, gentlemen.
Anybody go on this one. Least
Oh,
favorite fast food place.
I would.
Yeah.
I don't want to interrupt anybody. We need
Matt,
a-
you go
Okay.
ahead.
Well, fuck. I don't have one right now.
No, I've got one.
Go ahead.
So okay, it's not my least favorite fast food place. but
What
it's
is
like-
it? What is it? What is it?
Less words.
Popeyes.
You,
You asked for my answer.
Braden, why do
I
you
gave it to
have
you.
to? I
This is my problem with fucking Popeyes.
I try to give you the
This is
benefit
my
of the
problem
doubt,
with fucking
man.
Popeyes.
Let's hear him out.
No.
Let's hear him out.
This is why I had to explain myself first.
Let's hear him out.
I have a problem with Popeyes because every time I go, the service is absolute dog shit. Something goes wrong. Somebody's a dick to me.
That is true.
It makes me so uncomfortable to go and get Popeyes. I put the Popeyes chicken sandwich over Chick-fil-A. I do. I like it better.
Dang.
It is an incredible sandwich, and their fries are bomb as well. They know how to season their damn food.
Mm-hmm.
But the people who work at Popeyes are
It's a pretty big blanket statement.
How
many
the people who
employees
I've
do you think-
the people who I've come in contact with that work at Popeyes they just don't do it for me. They're so rude, and they just don't give a shit about you. And
I mean, okay, at Chick-fil-A, they can say my pleasure, but I'm really highly doubting that they actually give any type of shit about the people they're serving.
all I ask for is some fakeness in fast food.
honestly-
some fake.
Sell it.
I've had some
customer
fairly
service.
decent experiences where I go to Popeyes, and it's not necessarily like professional as hell or anything, but it's like authentic. Like I remember one time when like the chicken sandwich exploded and the line was like wrapping around the building. Like, I pulled up to the window and the guy goes, "How long is it out there?" And I go, "It's like wrapped around to the front." And he goes, "Really? Shit." And he goes,
See, like I remember like experiences with people in lines that I was waiting for the chicken sandwich when it was like really big too, and like those were fun conversations because you're sitting with other people waiting in line for the chicken sandwich, and we're all just shitting on the service that we're getting.
It's not the service. They got bombarded by like an entire nation of people who wanted one food.
Yeah, so like I get where they came from.
Like a fucking army just asking for the one thing that you just released.
Yeah, I understand where like Popeye's employees were probably just fed the fuck up with everybody, and that's where like it came from. But I just have not. I've had very unpleasant experiences at Popeye's, and it makes me like reluctant to go and get a chicken sandwich that I love so much.
I have mine.
Let's hear it, Mom.
Burger King is ass.
No,
Oh, Burger King is ass. That's not a hot take at all.
So yeah,
I
mean, y'all asked for my least favorite.
Yeah.
No, they have. There's one thing on their menu that's not bad. They have those like chicken stick fry things.
Chicken fries are
chicken
good.
Fries, is that what they are? Yeah,
I've never had those.
they're pretty good. Those aren't bad. Don't get me wrong. I've eaten it like twice, and it was years ago. So
I used to get those all the time when I was a kid.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how Burger King stays open. Same thing with the tweet about Long John Silver's the other day.
That
about
was
how
so funny.
About
Yeah.
how if they stay open throughout the pandemic, they're moving weight. Is so true.
Long
Who
John
the fuck
Silver's
eats
is
at Long
fire.
John's?
It is.
Whoa, that's a hot
fire.
ass take.
It is fire.
That's a hot take right there. That Long John Silver's
I think
is
it's
good.
pretty good.
How often
Have
do you
y'all
eat it?
have you had their hush puppies?
No, I haven't had
No,
hush
I
puppies.
cannot.
The hush puppies are amazing. I used to eat it quite a bit when I was younger because my grandma loves it. And so we would have it quite often, and I think it's pretty good.
See, I fuck with hush puppies. I can't fish and fast food just don't mix well with me. But hush puppies
Probably
like,
not the
they're
best
fish.
idea, I will agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm honestly just in general not a huge seafood guy myself. I'll eat like shrimp and some other like kind of like really basic ass seafood.
Fish stick.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like at some point I'm gonna be pressured into eating sushi, and like I'm a pretty big believer in trying anything once. I'm not a believer at all in trying things twice. Like if I ate it one time and I didn't like it, I'm never eating that shit again.
Yeah.
But you gotta understand, some
clocked off.
places might not serve it as good as another place might.
I get that. I'm
You're
totally
right, yeah.
ignorant as hell for not be willing to do it. It's just that's the case.
Sushi, for example, I've had sushi, but I haven't liked it. But it's because I went to a pretty low tiered place.
Yeah, there's definitely a huge difference in levels of sushi.
The big thing for me though is texture. Sushi,
Yeah.
I'm trying to get more inclined to eating sushi, but the texture throws me off.
like the squishiness,
Yeah.
like slimy.
What's
yeah.
strange though, because I do enjoy oatmeal. I love oatmeal.
See, I don't like oatmeal.
But it's
No,
not-
I don't
oatmeal's
like
good.
oats.
You don't like oatmeal?
I'm just not a big fan of oats, like in general. Like I don't like granola. Those are made of oats. I don't like granola bars.
like
or anything
granola
like
bars?
that. Yeah.
Did you eat
I
them
don't-
as a kid?
I don't like oatmeal raisin cookies. I didn't eat them as a kid. No.
You didn't eat them as a kid, so that's interesting. I don't know if I've ever like actually encountered somebody that's never eaten like granola bars. It's like,
Yeah.
I used to eat that shit all the time. as
Yeah,
a
I'm just not a fan.
child. Like when I was, oh my god, I would pack like 3 of them in a lunchbox.
Yeah,
and I'd,
same.
like, snack on them throughout the day too. Ooh, granola
In
bars.
high
hit
school, I
weird.
used to have a lot of granola bars.
Yeah, I mean they're honestly like the perfect like snack on the go type thing because they're in some way
prefer
they're
an
a little
apple.
bit like refreshing or replenishing. Yeah,
I prefer an apple.
for an apple.
Yeah.
Ooh, apple and caramel, so good.
Yeah.
I've never had an apple in just like a like McDonald's. I have like when I was a kid, like getting the McDonald's Happy Meal and eating the apple slices with the caramel.
We would just get separate caramel by itself and then
Ew.
just slice up the apple. So good.
Oh, that sounds.
like that.
Oh, I used to actually do that.
Yeah.
Like dip it in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. Ooh.
A lot of food talk today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like,
Oh,
that
this is
came
my
out
kind of
nowhere.
episode.
Yeah.
I love food.
I knew you would love it.
Yeah, that was like such an interesting turn. What about you, Matt? You got a least favorite yet?
Taco Casa, I guess.
Taco Casa.
What?
I've only ever had that like once.
Do you hate everything that I say?
I think so.
God damn. Fuck.
Why don't you like Taco Casa? I love Taco Casa. I was just talking about their chips. I was
'cause I
talking
just-
about their chips last episode.
So I just like Taco Bell better. I mean, I don't go to Taco Casa and everything else is...
Taco Bell, most
I'm
authentic
thinking of-
Mexican
you just
food.
don't go to Taco Casa.
No, I've been to Taco Casa. Why do you think I would... Why would I say something that I haven't eaten? I've eaten there. I don't like it. Come on now.
Nobody does portions like Taco Casa does.
That's
They've
honestly
got big
kind of true.
portions.
They do pack their tacos pretty damn tight.
I've heard their sweet tea is very good.
Their sweet tea is so good. That's probably one of my favorite parts about Taco Casa. I'm sorry that I just shit on these things.
It's all right. It's fine.
Like I said, this isn't a friendly podcast.
No, man. After what I've
cutthroat
endured
today.
during the what episode is this? Like, are we getting close to
33.
33?
Scottie Pippen.
Episode 33, and I've been nice.
That was random. I'm sorry. Scottie Pippen. That's so fucking random. Scottie Pippen. Oh, shit. I'm sorry.
He was 33, right?
Yes,
Okay.
he
I was pretty certain. Just wanted to make sure.
Oh fuck! I mean, I can't think of any other famous athlete with the number 33. I mean, he's the most
I
famous.
think
one with
Miles
that
Turner
number.
is 33.
Oh,
Hey, that's my boy.
I don't give a fuck about Miles.
He went to Trinity.
Yeah, he went to Trinity.
Graduated from the same high school. Hey, that's my boy.
Okay. As a pretty low tier basketball follower, like when I hear Miles Turner, like hey, he went to my high school. I know who that is. I don't really follow basketball.
There's a guy in the MLB who went to my high school.
I was just about to
Trent
say
Clark,
that.
my best
Trent
friend.
Clark.
I'm just kidding. my friends and I, we have this little thing where any person in our school who's just like become famous, we just tell people that they're our best friend.
Hey, Birdville High School had Logan from Big Time Rush.
Yeah, y'all win.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Y'all won.
Logan
yeah,
Henderson,
yeah,
Big Time
that's a
Rush
dub.
with the
Y'all
Birdville
win.
High
That's a
School,
dub.
so, you know.
Because y'all had athletes.
W's.
You had a full on boy band. One of the boy bands. Man.
You know what high school, like local high school, is elite on people that have come out of it.
Who?
Martin High School. The two guys came out of Martin High School in Arlington, Texas. First, Myles Garrett. Second,
Oh, wow.
fucking Tay-K.
In terms of life success, I mean, they're pretty much up there. One tried to kill somebody, and the other actually did kill people.
That was good.
Oh my god.
He did the race, though. He did.
He did the race.
What the
But did he
fuck is
beat,
this
he
episode?
didn't beat the case, though.
This episode is so all. Oh my.
This episode is a connect the dots page where there's not even a fucking picture at the end.
I don't know what the fuck the description's gonna be. It's just gonna be question marks. Like
I still want Cole. I still want Cole as a simp to be the title.
I was gonna put Braden needs a girl.
No, I'd be okay with that. I'd be okay with that. That I mean,
it's like the exact opposite.
I
of
won't
what
put
you
it-
were
I
it
won't
fits.
put
It
that.
fits the profile.
I won't
It
put
fits my
that.
profile on this podcast.
I put Braden loves fruit, nectarines.
Okay. Fucking love nectarines.
Will Braden
it's not
end up with
it's
a
not
fruit?
a bad statement. Dude, you never know what's to come. It's 2020. We're not.
What is happening with your voice? Now he's just having a stroke. This is, oh my god, this podcast. I'm sure it's entertaining to listen to, but I mean, we are just, it's a roller coaster. Matt, I'm sorry. This has been like the first 4-person episode. This is the first dynamic with all of us here.
Yeah.
Ugh. I swear it won't be this discombobulated all the time, but you know.
We'll figure it out.
God damn, dude.
To those of you listening, I'm sorry.
I thoroughly apologize for our actions.
To those of you watching, I'm sorry.
I want you to know that we will do better from here on out. This is not our regular rhythm.
I feel that we always have like moments where they're very low points, and then we're like, yeah, it's a stepping stone. You know, we'll get past it.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie.
Which this is.
I've had a lot of fun recording this episode.
Yeah, I have too.
It's
Looking
been
back
fun.
at it, I think it's gonna look really good. That's just me, though.
I mean, no, I had a lot of fun. It's just very disorganized.
oh no!
Oh, it's incredibly
by any
disorganized.
means. If you're watching this, and
It's
you
the
can tell
mix
me-
and matchiest episode we've ever recorded.
Actually, I challenge somebody that's actually at the end of the video. Comment what you think this was about. If you got to this point, tell me what you think this podcast was about. This episode, I really want to know. Because
Give us some. It's going to be very difficult writing description for this episode.
yeah.
Oh yeah,
Just. But hey, it was fun.
it was.
Fruit.
Fruit. Lack of girlfriend.
Scotty Pippen.
Matt, any final remarks?
No, I have no final remarks. Hey, I'll tell you what, man. I am fucking tired.
I can tell.
Well, I'm tired because I got work in like 5 hours.
Wait,
Oh,
you do?
really?
Oh, I thought your
Yes.
schedule switched.
No,
Oh,
they don't like
shit.
me. So
If we knew that,
I did. No, none of us knew
we
this.
would
Now.
not
we
be
were, like,
recording.
it's all about sacrifices. So, but I didn't think this would be that long.
Fucking. That's some
So.
major respect. Give us,
Yeah, we had no
give respect
idea.
in the
Well,
chat
I didn't
for
want to.
Matt.
I didn't want to bring it up, but we're kind of at the end.
I mean,
And
yeah,
I
now
need-
it's too late.
And I need to go home and get some Z's, man, because I gotta wake up at 4:30.
All right. Well,
All right. Well, with that
That's it.
said, I think that we are kind of propelled into the outro here. So
Matt needs his rest.
Matt
Yes.
needs his sleep. Braden needs his girlfriend. Shit.
God damn it.
All right. But with that said, I honestly, like I said, I had a blast recording this episode. I'm happy to be back. I'll be bouncing around here and there, so if I'm not on an episode, don't worry too much about it. I swear I'm involved. Leave a like, subscribe, share it with literally everyone you know.
Comment what you think this was about. I have no fucking clue.
I would. We'll have a contest. We might have a We might have a prize for whoever we think gives us the best description of the episode.
I'm down. I'm game.
Yeah.
Good, get some creativity in there. We'll see. But no, seriously, we're done now. Okay.
But that's if you're
right.
here at the
Yeah.
end of the episode.
Goodbye.
As well.
Yeah, we love you. See you next time on Mix and Match Radio. Adios.
Some